game last night where Spurs lost 5-4 to Everton, I walked away from that game going, that was better. That was better than losing 1-0 or drawing 1-1 than Fulham, right?
Right. So I think you're onto something here, Flav. So let's begin the football chat with the signal. Off you go. That's it.
Fucked it up. There we go.
It's fine. Football chat incoming, guys. So Spurs play Man City this weekend. Huge game. Lost.
It's not huge, is it? It's not huge. Huge would suggest that one team has a chance of beating the other team and vice versa. That's huge.
Someone's confident.
What's likely to happen is we'll just get steamrolled by a brilliant Man City team. There's no Spurs fan out there that thinks we can win this.
Let's go back to the 5-4 first then. So how did you feel about it? Did you enjoy it?
I mean, I was furious because there's nothing worse than like, playing a mental game and losing it and being knocked out of the cup. But I wasn't furious at the performance.
A lot of set-piece goals, wasn't it? Or sort of starting from set pieces.
Well, there was like the dubious penalty they got. Højbjerg made the first mistake I've ever seen him make at Spurs, so you can't be angry at him for that. There was a pen. And Winks had made a mistake in midfield that led to the winner for them from Bernardo. So it's kind of like on another game they wouldn't have scored those goals. That's how I came away with it. And we played really well and showed a lot of heart with 3-1 down, came back to 3-3, 4-3, 4-4. Had an opportunity to go 5-4 up in normal time when Kane slipped and kicked the ball, hit his wrong foot. I just thought, fuck, I've missed this. I've missed a game where we're going for the other team. We're going for them.
Yeah.
My fear is Jose Mourinho looks at it and goes, told you, this is what happens when you attack. We're shutting up shop, boys. Because the reaction online after last night was nowhere near as bad as it was when we against Chelsea or I can't remember, it's Burnley or whatever. Yeah, nowhere near as bad because we started going. We tried to play. And it looked like we're starting to believe in ourselves. If that's the way we're going to play under Jose Mourinho now, and he can start add some of the solidity at the back, that we might actually see a much more entertaining Spurs team that fits into what we want to see.
Problem is, his hand was forced, though, wasn't it?
In what respect?
Like, you were always, what were you, 1-0, what was it, 1-0, 3-1, 4-3?
We went 1-0 up.
You went 1-0 up,
Well, we could have gone being 3 or 4.
Of course you did, yeah.
We went 1-0 up without Kane, and we've just going for him. Every time we've got the ball, it's like, go. It's fantastic. We was like in the WhatsApp groups, we were going, what the fuck is happening? We're attacking. Honestly, the first time we've seen it, unless it was like West Brom didn't really count because West Brom, they're awful. They're fucking awful, right? But we're against Everton. Everton are not awful, and that's probably why we lost, is that they just had the quality to punish us for our mistakes. But we went for them at Goodison, and we had success. And I think we were a better team. They had we had some players out. Dyer didn't play. Kane didn't start. Came on at 55 minutes. So it was just, it was encouraging. I had no issues really. I was gutted that we lost in the way that we'd lost. But if we're playing football like that, I can deal with it, and we'll win more than we lose. Do you know what I mean?
I just think there needs to, like with a lot of the teams that aren't going to dominate games against the top 6, I think you just, or Spurs in particular, you just need to draw a line. There's 2 different types of games. You go, there's the Man City and the Liverpool games, maybe Chelsea as well, and then there's everyone else. Now just have a go. I don't think obviously the sentiment will be much better under Jose, and I don't think certainly won't do any worse if they started playing that way. It's that urgency, isn't it? That was like the last. I saw the extra time and catched up on the goals along the way, and that's what I liked. It was like there was urgency. You're passing the ball forward. You're passing the ball quickly. You're like committing bodies. It was enjoyable.
Do you know? Yeah. So we've spent a good part of a year. Literally, this is our football, Jim, and you know this. This ain't saying anything. Is sit back and break, right? But the fact is that you get so little of the ball doing that you could literally, and because we were so defensive, the likelihood of us conceding was quite small. So you could have essentially watch Spurs like this on your phone, reading Twitter. Not that I did this because I was always like convinced we were going to concede at any moment. But the reality is you could watch something and then you hear us win a tackle and then you look at the screen and 9 times out of 10 it peters out and you just go back like that. That's essentially how much fun watching Spurs was.
Yeah. Has the ball gone to Kane yet? Or has the ball gone to Son yet? Okay.
Yeah. That's it. And that's that. But so if you're not distracting yourself with something else, like most Spurs, like a football fan who really cares about things going on, they're not going to be doing that. You're so bored most of the time because you're watching the ball just go like that. Watching the ball. Attack, we get breaks down.
Yeah, like a lot of sideways passing as well.
5 minutes later, we might get another break to attack. It was so dull. And as Andreas said, the patron slug, he says, what was much better last night, actually enjoyed watching us going forward. Amazing. This is going to be lost. That's how starved of good football we've been missing. It
is like, I think this year it's highlighted. That's been one of the sort of subplots of the Premier League. It's like, is how you're playing the game now. Like, I don't know if it's like, it's become so, there's so much money in it now and, everyone's a brand, but also, the different ways of playing football, people diving into that in a lot more detail now. That it matters. It really does matter how you play football. Like, and so the Leeds thing, like anyone who was sort of turning up their nose at Leeds at one point, that's why everyone's going on about it. And they will get, and I swear you see it, like Spurs when it was the Pochettino thing, I reckon you got a load of new fans from that that period. The initial start of the internet, of YouTube, it was Arsenal and they played good football and they were kind of underdoggy. And so they got I reckon they got a load of fans from that. I remember doing we went to and filmed a mini doc for Bull Street on the March when it was to Bayern Munich, the second leg. We were chatting to a couple of fans there and they were like, I haven't seen us win. I've been supporting this team for 15 years. I haven't seen us win one title. And it was like, right, okay. But the point is that the way that you play matters. Like now, I don't think Arsenal would be bringing in as many new fans. Spurs, if you continue on this vein, it's not, what's the point kind of thing? Because it's the same for any team that's getting into, say, the NFL. You're going to want a team that excites you. So Leeds, I think it could be Leeds over the next 5-6 years if Bielsa stays, because they have that way of playing. No,
look, I was critical of Leeds, not because of the way they played. It was never about that, ever. I think it wasn't okay to criticise Leeds because they played good football, and it was just over the top. The fanfare that was created, and when Glenn Hoddle, like I said on the pod previously, gave the man a match to Leeds his philosophy. It was one of the easiest games to play against. It was so easy because they were so awful and gave us so much space at the back. So Bielsa needs to be praised for when he can combine defensive solidity with that kind of attacking prowess and be a little bit more, deciding when to attack. Yeah. When he played against Leicester, I watched the whole game, and I tweeted after it, and I said it was fantastic. They were brilliant. They defended really well. They gave away some opportunities, but Leicester are a really good team, and they deserved to win that. They could have won by more. It was 3-1 in the end, so. That was it. That was perfect. If they end up playing like that and had a couple of players in as well, they'll be a force. But it was just what I saw when they come to Tottenham. It was easy. When they played Man United, it was easy.